Hey guys, welcome back once again. We're continuing the build on this 5.0 liter supercharged engine for my race car that's sitting over there. So I've been doing a lot of work to this race car. We're trying to have it done before race wars, which is October 11 and 12. So hopefully we have it done by that. But here's the engine. I've been working on both the engine and the car. I've been doing some weight reduction to the car, and let me give you guys a little sneak peek of what's going on here. So as you can see, I removed all the plastics, everything pretty much that I'm not gonna need. I'm also gonna, I went ahead and deleted the sway bar. That's gonna allow me to launch this car a lot quicker, transfer some weight to the rear tires. I'm gonna delete the power steering. It's pretty much gonna be a race car, guys. So so excited about this. We're gonna delete the cooling fan. We're not gonna need a cooling fan. I'm actually gonna get a smaller radiator, so I'm going pretty far with this, and that's my goal. I'm trying to get this car into the 8s on a stock motor. This right here is gonna be a stock engine, so we'll see if it goes 8s. I'm guessing the weight's gonna be right around 3,400 pounds with all this weight reduction that I'm doing. I can't do too much weight reduction in the interior because I do not have a roll cage, and I gotta keep the interior. I gotta keep all the stock seat belts, the airbags, seats, and all that. So unfortunately for now I cannot touch the interior because again they won't let me race. I will need a roll cage, and I'm not trying to spend all that money in a roll cage. I don't have enough time. So once this event is over, I'm gonna gut all the interior, get a roll cage, and go full send, and that's when we're gonna go twin turbos. So for now it's just gonna be supercharged. I got a supercharger. I got a couple superchargers actually. I got one right here, another one over there, and I got two more on that corner over there. So I got some superchargers to choose from. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to port the superchargers, but that's okay. There's other ways to get more horsepower out of these cars. So yeah, that's where we are right now. On the previous video we put together the bottom end, and it's just been sitting here. It's sitting upside down because I'm trying to drain all the oil or any fluid that's inside the block, so that way when we tighten the head we don't damage anything. But here I have all the things that we're gonna install in this video. So here I have the cylinder heads fresh from the machine shop, and then we move to the right. Here I got the head bolts, and then right here we got the head gaskets. These are OEM head gaskets. I was thinking of going with Cometic gaskets, but I'm not at that power level yet. The stock head gaskets hold pretty well, so there's the part number if you guys need it. Here's the other one. They usually come in a set, but that's the brand right there, and these are, I'm guessing these are OEM. So yeah, this is what we're gonna install in this video. By the end of this video we're gonna have the heads on this engine, so pretty excited, and we're almost done with this engine. I'm just gonna clean up the engine block real quick, remove some of the old head gasket, and then we're gonna start mounting these heads. Alright guys, so I got the engine surface clean. It's not the best, but it should be alright. So now we're gonna move on to bolting on the head bolts. And here I got some of the head bolts that we're gonna be using, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about these head bolts. So we don't have aftermarket head bolts for our engines yet, but here are these head bolts that I found from another car. It's actually a Honda, And these fit. The thread is the same. I just wish it was a little bit longer, because these are only 180 millimeters, and preferably I would like to have 190, 195 millimeters. But this should still work. This is all I could find for now. Maybe later in the future we can get somebody to make some head studs that are affordable, because you can get these for very cheap. They're about $120 a package, and you're gonna need 2 of them. So the part number I have for these head bolts is 208-4303 ARP. That's the part number that I'm using for my engine. Again, I wish they were a little bit longer, but it's okay. And I went ahead and marked these. I don't know if you can see the little dot right there. So all of them are marked, and that is because I don't want some of the studs to stick out. I want them all even. So I went ahead and marked all these studs, and so far it looks like they're all gonna be even. So when you screw these in, you're gonna back them out about 1/2 inch, and that's where the dot is gonna line up with the deck of the block. So you'll see once I start installing these. But before, I'm gonna go ahead and get some ARP grease, because we need to use the grease on these head bolts. So here I got the Ultra Torque assembly loop from ARP, and this is gonna help us get a better torque reading out of the fasteners that are gonna hold our head down. So I'm just gonna apply some of this all around the threads. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do the same thing to my washers. Here I got the washers for the studs. So I'm gonna add a little bit of the Ultra loop on both sides, and that's gonna help get a better reading once we torque down our cylinder head. So we got all the head bolts in, both the passenger and the driver side. So next is gonna be to torque these heads down, and here I got the sequence. So that's the sequence right there. If you want to pause, and then the final torque is gonna be 80 foot-pounds. It's not that tight, especially for ARP studs, but that's where I want to start. If for some reason we left the head, then I'll bump it up to 95 foot-pounds. Plus these heads on these engines seal really well, so I'm not concerned. So we're gonna do 85 foot-pounds in 3 stages: 28, 56, and 85 foot-pounds. So I already went ahead and did the 28 on this side. I'm gonna jump to this other side, do 28, and then jump back to that one, do 56, and so on. So let's go ahead and do the 28 on this side, let it sit for a couple minutes, and then jump to the other side over there.